Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Paradise. I'm Ismat. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the concept of Jesus is the only Son of God. Is Jesus the only Son of God? I know that Muslims, they deny that Jesus is the only Son of God. And Christians that do believe that He's the only Son of God, they also misunderstand this concept and to a certain degree. And I really hope that this video will clarify for both what it really means that Jesus is the only Son of God. After all, what is important for us is that we understand these doctrines that came to us by all these prophets clearly. It's important that we don't keep dividing anymore and we understand them, okay? And it's about time that we don't act like children anymore and we just become aware of the truth of what was being said by different prophets. So let me explain about that. God, what is God? Okay, everything in existence came from God. In the beginning, before everything came into existence, God was a single light energy, and that was the existence. That's all there was. At one point, this existence exploded into everything that's seen and unseen. Everything came into being. And the light of God is also exploded into infinite numbers of spirits. That means each spirit is a part of God. There is no difference between this spirit being and God. The idea would be if I were to take this glass and if I just break this glass. Okay, before I break it, let's name this glass God. Okay, I take this glass and I break this glass. It's going to shatter into many pieces. Each piece of this glass is still part of this glass or God. Every single piece of this glass will be God, but in a smaller form. It's no longer a glass, a big glass, but it will be many small pieces of this glass. That's God. Okay, so each glass or each spirit, therefore each spirit is part of that God. It's no different than God. That glass is no different than the broken pieces. So everything belongs to that glass, or everything, every spirit belongs to God. That's what God is. So by that understanding, each spirit is God. That spirit being come to earth in form of a soul, and that soul wears a body, human body. Okay, so that soul, that smaller piece is within us, within me, within you. Each one of us is single spirit in a form of a soul. We are having this earthly journey in human form. So that's the understanding of God, spirit, and soul. So God was one light. God exploded into everything that came into existence, and the light of God exploded into infinite numbers of spirit being. And this spirit being comes in a form of a soul and wears a human body and having a earthly journey in a human form. When Jesus referred to that, when he said, I am the Son of God, he knew that he is the spirit in a form of a soul. And the people at that time, they did not have this understanding. The same challenge I face when I try to tell people that you are God, the God is inside you. And many people think that by just saying that I'm God, that they lose their faith. Because we don't accept God within us, we fail to achieve our greatness. We play small as human beings and keep getting lost into the dark illusions of our earthly journey. When we accept ourselves as God and all of God's pure virtues radiate from us through our thoughts, deeds, and actions, only then we will be ready to return to God's kingdom in heaven. Because Pharaoh said that, I am God. And what he was doing all that iniquity. He was a vicious ruler. He was torturing his people. He made people suffer. He had all this money and he had the kingdom to himself, and he said, I am God. Okay, that's Satan talking. Okay, that's Satan. When you are doing these negative deeds and you say, I am God, the God is inside you. But when you are acting this negative, then you are inspired by Satan. When we are immersed into negativities, our negative deeds are guided by our conscious mind and not guided by our soul, that is God. Because God is purity. God does not do this negativity. God is pure. God is kind. God is loving. God is a protector. God is almighty. God is powerful. That's God. Okay, when I can show in my deed, my actions, and my thoughts that all that purity, if I can display that in all of my being, if I am that I am, then I am God. I'm humbly God. I'm humbling down to God, to the oneness of God. I lose myself to God. I don't say, I am powerful, I am God, I am your God, you listen to me. That's not God. That's Satan. So that idea got entangled with the idea of God. So now when I say that the God is inside you, when you do a deed of good, something kind, that light of God is shining inside you, a lot of people don't even want to accept that because they fear they are going to lose their faith, just like Pharaoh did. Open up yourself to the whole truth. Please watch this video. Here I explain the purpose of our journey on earth. The link can be found above. Okay, so that's where is this misunderstanding. Okay, now let me go back to the Son of God. So everything came from that God. That Spirit came from God. And when Jesus was on earth, he was that purified soul. His soul was one with his spirit. And that's why he said that Spirit, that when he was referring to, he said, my Father is in me. My Father is in me and I am in him. Okay, so because they are one, we are one. So each spirit being, when we come to earth, we are in a smaller form of a soul, but this soul belongs to this spirit. Spirit and soul both are existing simultaneously, but in different dimensions. So I am in him, he is in me. That means all of the properties of this spirit is inside me, and I belong to this spirit. All of that is me, is a part of him. It's the same idea. So when he said that I am the Son of God, that's what he was referring to. The spiritual being, our spiritual existence, we are from God. Yes, it's true that God does not have partner, just like Muslims say that God does not have a partner to have a son. That's right, God did not have a partner. God was one light, and that one light exploded into so many infinite numbers of spirit, or infinite numbers of, since they are smaller than the God, we can call them children, right? So he was the Son of God. So that's what it refers to, the Son of God. When a purified soul is one with the Spirit, that he is no longer a human. He's a human body, but he is no longer a son of man, but a son of God. Okay? As long we are having our journey into the human life, then we are son of man. We are not son of God. And in this human form, we are doing a lot of negativities. We are very much immersed into the illusions of this world, and we have accepted these worldly illusions to be our reality. Then our consciousness is stuck in that field where we are just a human, son of man. When we are ready to surrender this human journey, these illusions, and we are coming back to our purity, and we completely purify ourselves, then we are no longer son of man. We are the son of God. To purify means that we raise our consciousness from our small and separated human existence to our grand spiritual existence as God. We are that spirit. We're going to merge to that spirit. Okay, we are in a form of a soul on earth. We become purified, and then we can merge to our spirit. So that's what he meant by the Son of God and Son of Man. He also said, remember, he's not the only son. Now let me clarify this. He's not the only son. Why? Because remember when he said that the messiahs are going to come back in the very last days, when the messiahs are going to come back, all these purified souls that had come in the past on earth, they purified themselves to their purity, and they returned to their heavenly existence. They have all sacrificed to come back to earth. By the way, this is happening right now. All the messiahs are here. These messiahs are dispersed throughout the world, and they are called either light workers, oishors, star seeds, etc. They are the helpers of Jesus. God or the universe is constantly providing us different clues and signs. One such sign was given to us when a massive flock of white cockatoos invaded Australian suburb. This is a sign that was given to us about the messiahs, the purified souls that have returned to earth. All those purified souls are here on earth, guiding us to our light, because we are living our last days here on earth, and we are preparing for our journey to the new earth. The term is called rapture, ascension. So that's what we are preparing for that. So all these men, not men and women, okay? But back then, father, son, that's how it was mostly used. The son and father and not daughter. He said that they're going to come back, and these are going to be the Son of God. So these Son of God are going to come back to earth. The messiahs, the purified souls, they are going to come back on earth and going to help humanity return to their light. So there are two terms, the Son of God and Son of Man. Is he the only son? He was the only son on earth at that time, and when he said that, I am the only son, because he was the only human being that was a purified soul, completely one with his spirit, with his Lord, and that's why he was the only son. So are Christians wrong to say that he was the only son? No, but that story does not stop right there. Each one of us is that Son of God, okay? If we surrender our negative journey, our human journey on earth, and purify ourselves, each one of us are the Son of God. So it's not only one Son. Just like the Spirit, there are infinite numbers of Spirit, there is infinite number of children of God, infinite number of sons of God. Okay, so that's the idea of Son. Jesus being the only Son on earth at that time, he was. And the messiahs that are here right now, they did not come here like Jesus did, where Jesus was completely purified from the moment of his birth. He was a purified soul. He knew that that's what he was born here on earth for, and he was conceived in a miraculous way. His spiritual wisdom was unveiled to him, unlike we human beings. We human beings come to earth in complete devoid of our spiritual wisdom. And so his purpose was completely different, and his mission was different, and that's why the way he came to earth was different. But these Son of Man, the Messiahs that are here right now, they came here as Son of Man, as a human being, and they have gone through the same life and like everyone else, but they are purifying themselves. So they came back on earth and they are going through this human journey where they are overcoming these challenges. The reason they have come this way is to understand what humans are facing. Okay, so each one of these messiahs are going through a different challenge. Many challenges in their life, and each one of them is assigned with the duty to, and their job is to overcome their life challenges so that they can take these lessons and help others and inspire them, tell them how to do that. So they had that experience as to what is going on right now, okay, given in our current life. They were already experienced in their past, but they were experienced in that environment where they were born in the past. But right now we are living a different reality. These messiahs had to be trained in this reality, how to deal with these realities, how to overcome these challenges that we are going through, the humanity is going through. So and how to purify yourself, how to get out of this and take yourself out of this third dimensional earth and prepare yourself for your rapture or ascension to the fifth dimensional earth. Okay, I think that's all about this Son of Man and Son of God. I hope I made some sense to you as to what they are. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And please do not let any of my statement bother your inner peace. It's very important. You may have heard something different, and it's okay. I'm not here to correct you at all. You came to me. Okay, your soul had guided you to me, and what I'm presenting to you, it is completely up to you what you do with that information. But it's very important that do not let your peace to be disturbed by anything I say. The truth, everyone has their own truth. How would you know what is the truth? The truth is actually inside you. It's not about believing something. I believe what she said, or I believe what he said. You can go on and believing different people, and you'll get lost because everybody has their own truth. Their truth cannot be your truth. In order for you to know what is the truth, even if I say what I'm saying is the truth, you shouldn't accept what I'm saying is the truth. It has to resonate inside you. It's a knowing. Okay, it's a knowing. You have to go by that knowing, and only way to know the truth is to know who you are. Okay, go inside you and go search inside you. All that I'm saying, all this information, it's already inside you. Once you go there, you are just gonna know it. That's all. You don't have to listen to anybody to know the truth. God resides within you, and all of us getting the information from one source is from our God. The only thing is, in our human form, we get lost because we are not purified soul. Okay, so each one of us, if we are listening to others, no one is purified. We are all human beings. We are going through our purifying process. That means we have a lot of negativities in us, and the truth of God cannot come. These are like cloaks over us. The truth of God, we cannot connect ourselves with God's power, with God's energy, if we are covered with this darkness. We need to cleanse ourselves, go within and cleanse ourselves of all the negativities to know the truth of God. That is when the Holy Spirit or the energy of God, the Christ energy, can flow through us for us to know the information of God. So I suggest that please just go within you and find yourself, find the truth that way, and let this be just information. Okay, let everything in your environment come to you as information, but the truth is already inside you. Let it resonate with that truth, and if it doesn't resonate with that truth, then you discard it. That's all for today. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.